Alright, time for my semifinals game of this month's MSEM GP. Playing blue-green ramp against Zangy, who is on ninjas, and they're on the play due to seeds, so that's not good for me. And this matchup is not a very good matchup for me because my opponent is an interactive deck. And, like they're tempo interactive, as in like they can actually they're not just a control deck. So this hand would be great if I had a 3-drop, but I don't. But do I keep this anyways? No, I think I do need to get more action. Okay, well, this hand is pretty good, I think. So I definitely keep this. Then the question just becomes, what do I bottom? Sword hand. Is this? Oh yeah, good. So it's yeah. So I need to bottom one card. Actually, it's Ultimate Surveyor, right? Is it always going to be Ultimate Surveyor here? Is there anything for Ultimate Surveyor to blow up? Just tokens. Okay, yeah. This goes on the bottom. So if I draw another land next turn, I guess I think I always open on Nitrous even if I don't find a land. Oh, Bontu starter. Sure. Recall. Do I go Primal or do I go? Well, no, I now need to go Primal first to guarantee that I get Recall. So the problem with going Primal Resurgence is that it gets bounced. They just have bounce, right? They can't actually, they can't blow up my enchantments, but they can bounce them. Nitrous is safer of a play, but the problem is that if they have removal or if they have hand attack next turn, then they take my primal and then I'm kind of mad screwed. I think it's still safer to go Nitrous first. I mean, am I fine if they crest me? Then next turn I go, yeah, I think I'm actually fine if they just crest me. So I think I mean, Nitrous is also board presence, but it's not exactly blocking Bone 2 starter, right? So yeah, big question here. Which one do I play first? And I think like I'm going to pretend that I'm going to top deck a land next turn. In which case, then in that case, Nitrous, whatever. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm still not sure which one is better, but I'm going with this. Maybe I should have gone Primal first because then it's better with Ramsey. Okay, they're doing ninja stuff. They're not going to ninja anything in. They're just holding up. I guess they're holding up counter spells this turn. So in that case, Greenwood Outrider. Oh, this is actually a problem here. Yeah, this is actually a pretty big problem because if they're holding Cursory Glance, that will counter my Primal Resurgence, and that leaves me mana screwed. So yeah, I definitely should have Primal first then. Well, whatever. Fetch Lush Oasis now. Do I jam Primal anyways? Or do I just... I could just jam Ramsey into the counter spell. And it has additional upside of maybe I randomly get one extra token from Ramsey later on. Yeah, I think this is safer. If they want to counter this, they can feel free to, because I don't... Like, I have a second Ramsey in hand right now. They are going to counter it. Cool. Alright. And are they going to do ninja stuff this turn? Nope, they're just going to smack me again. Are they going to ninja stuff now? They're still not going to do anything. They could have a second counter spell, which I need to worry about. Crumbling Shrine, that's annoying. Do I just... I mean, I guess I don't need to protect the Primal, like my life depends on it anymore, because even if it gets countered, at least I have Crumbling Shrine. Okay, so like, if they could also have Distracting Flourish, right? Let me check what that card says. Costs 1 less for each pirate or rogue. This is a rogue, so yes, they could Distracting Flourish my card, which would be bad for me, but... Okay, well, lesson learned. I definitely should have primaled first at this game. Like, against the lesson learned, against opponents with counter spells, always go primal on turn 1 over Nitrous, because you might not be able to resolve primal on a future turn. But yeah, I guess in this case, I'll just jam primal first and see what happens. They could let it resolve. Okay, they won't. Sure. Hopefully that means Recall Forgotten Aeon is resolving next turn, because if it doesn't, then I am in a very bad position. Sackbow, is that useful? They have graveyard stuffs, but I need lands right now, so I bombed that. Or I mean, I binned that. I guess I could have gone Ramsey this turn. So I could have gone Ramsey and then went Primal Recall. Yeah, that might have been better. That's another Brilliant 2 starter. Okay, so that prevents me from casting Recall, which is annoying. Spell Scatter, okay, that is useful. I think I play this over the other options right now, right? Because Ramsey isn't doing much. They can't actually, so they can't counter this right now. I mean, I can't prevent the Brilliant 2 starters from hurting me though, so that's annoying. I think I just jam Petal Scatter because I need more mana for later on, and then turn afterwards I can Ramsey, and then that gets me Recall mana. I could also Ramsey first. I don't think that's useful. I'm just going to play Petal Scatter here. to set me up for next turn. They can Enopraxias, but they don't have any good targets. I mean, I guess they could blow up Pale Scatter, Crucify. I mean, sure, I don't care that much about that thing. But okay. So hopefully they're out of counter spells by now. I mean, they could have hand attack though, which would rip my Recall Forgotten Aeons, which would be annoying for me. Nope, they're just okay, yeah, they could also do that, but they are out of counter spells, so I can finally resolve my Recall Forgotten Aeons, right? And like we're both actually pretty low on cards right now, so this is actually a decent spot for me somehow. If I top deck 2 lands, I can play Ramsey afterwards, and that gets me towards these two guys. But wait, no, Recall just gets countered by one of these guys. Maybe I just have to go Ramsey first. I mean, like if Recall is going to get countered, I think I'd hope to at least take out 2 guides with it. So maybe yeah, I do just go Ramsey first, which is not ideal, but whatever. The Bone 2 starters are really annoying me though, because it also prevents me from blocking with Nitrous, because I do kind of want Nitrous to die so I can get some lands back, because at least getting back lands with Nitrous doesn't require me to cast spells, and they're just going to keep whacking me. Do they have hand attack? Do they have ninja stuff? Still no ninja stuff. That's a Great Current, sure, and that's annoying, but that's fine. I can try to resolve. Okay, if I top deck a land, I can resolve Recall Forgotten Aeon. Okay, there we go. I also just realized that Rova is actually really bad in this matchup because the token mode dies through Dance of the Great Current. Well, anyways, I can finally cast spells now. I'm going down to 11, which is a bit dangerous because these guys are a pretty decent clock, but I'm hoping that Recall stabilizes me. At least I'm really hoping that it happens. Let's see if this resolves finally. They let it happen, sure. No, I could have actually made them sack both Bone 2 starters. Like, I didn't have to play Amber Hills untapped this turn. Well, that's a Nitrous, so that's not useful right now. I mean, I play it out anyways, and that gets me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. That's enough to can I kill them with Greenwood? I need to sack the no, I don't have enough story to kill them with Greenwood right now. Well, anyways, do I care about off colors? Not really. So just do this, and hopefully it works out. Why does their entire board have Slipstream? Actually, why does Dance of the Great Current have Slipstream? Isn't this card like already super cracked as just the ETB? I'm actually like in pretty big danger of just dying to attacks pretty soon. Well, I mean, I can't block this, so I have to take here. Do they have ninja stuff? They don't still, and they're just going to pass, or are they tapping out? If they tap out, that's good for me because I don't have to play around anything anymore. A Dancer, sure, that's fine. They're not targeting anything, which is interesting because I feel like they probably should have at least found something. Well, Plains. Okay, Greenwood Outrider time. I have 2 storied, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 11. That's not enough. Kill them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do have enough to RFE. Or actually, I have enough to Roba now. Okay, Roba into Greenwood Outrider. Does that do enough? That gets me to 3 storied. That's 3, 3. Like, if I can force a chump, then that is good for me because that prevents them from killing me on the backswing. And then, so Roba is Roba Greenwood better than RFE? I'm pretty sure it is. No, I'm still at 2 storied. So I can whack them for a bunch, but it doesn't actually help me that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, they don't kill me, but they could ninja something in and I'm dead. Oh wait, no, RFE gets countered by Bone 2 starters. I guess I just go Roba Greenwood. Wait, Roba also puts counters on stuff. But it doesn't put the counter on Greenwood. I need to do some more math, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like make sure I can cast Roba. The answer is yes. So then, if I'm doing Roba into Greenwood, then I'm doing so 3, 3, 3, 6. So 3, 3, 3, 6. That's 15. That's 15 exactly. So that forces a chump, which prevents them from winning next turn. And then they still have to deal with the Roba more. Okay, yeah, I think that's the play then. So do I fetch Forest again? I'll fetch Heart of the Glade so that Wayfarer Shrine still has fetch targets. But Roba Greenwood is better than just Greenwood. I mean, I could Greenwood here, and then that's still 3 storied or 2 storied. Okay, yeah, I just get a better board if I Roba first. So play Roba. I wonder if they regret not bouncing any of my guys with Dancer earlier. And play Greenwood Outrider, so that's 2 storied. Wait, did I miscalculate? I might have miscalculated. Am I 1 off? 3, 3, 3, 5. I'm 1 off. I thought that was a misplay. Then I should have held the green. No, it wouldn't have made a difference because these guys kill me anyways. Was there anything I could have done there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, technically, if they don't have ninja stuff, I'm still not dead yet. Alright, sure. Let's just hope they don't have... Actually, I hope they don't top deck anything that can increase the amount of damage they do. And they're actually down to 1 life too, so if I make it through this turn, I think I'm in a very good spot. So yeah, please don't top deck anything that can push damage. You're going to fetch, and come on, top deck a land, top deck, or just top deck anything that doesn't push. Just don't top deck any of the ninjas, and we're good. Come on. I guess they could top deck removal, but removal doesn't actually do it because I'm pretty sure they only have single target removal in their deck, and if they remove one thing, then they're alright. Let's see if they have it. They don't. Okay, we win. Cool. That was really close. That was both players went down to 1 life. Alright. Yeah. So post board, Ultimate Savers come out. My opponent does have graveyard stuffs, but I don't feel like I want to try to sack bowl them. Tal doesn't do anything. Does Tal do enough? No, Tal doesn't do enough. Actually, I wonder if I want to bring in Ethereum Borgator. What does that actually stop? It stops Dancer of the Great Current. I mean, that is one of their main removals. It stops Powder Scatter. It actually stops a decent amount of their deck at the price of starting up. It stops a bunch of things in my deck, so maybe it's not good. Anyways, the Bessie Spirits come in because my opponent's guys are pretty small, so Bessie Spirit actually kills them pretty nicely. I think I keep the Greenwoods because they've shown their worth earlier. I wonder if do I want Henry? Henry doesn't get countered. Maybe it's not worth boarding into green or boarding into white because then it makes my mana easier. In which case, I guess I go Kernon. I don't think Kernon's good because my opponent can easily keep my board clear. So maybe Scion of Silence. Scion can name the Slipstream guys and then that turns them off, but I don't think that's actually worth anything. Maybe I do just bring in 1 Ethereum Borgator. Is Henry doesn't prevent enough things, right? I mean, like, Henry's funny in that I can just jam it on turn 3 and they can't counter it. So then, if they try to keep up counter spells on turn 3, then they get screwed over that way. I don't think that's worth it. Or maybe their mana is tight enough where Henry is a good thing to board in. Yeah, I'll just board in the Borgator for fun. Maybe it randomly ends up winning me the game. Probably not, but might as well try. No, it actually turns off my own removal. I mean, like, it actually is a decent way to just shut off my opponent from doing anything. I feel like they have enough interaction that's non-creature based or non-ETB based. I don't think it's worth bringing in. Maybe a second Rova? Like, Rova did do stuff that game. Maybe a Sackbow still. Sackbow gets bounced though, which isn't great. I mean, it can actually fizzle in Apraxias. Maybe yeah, sure, I'll try this. Well, I mean, I don't think I could have asked for a better hand. They can't stop the turn 1 Nitrous, and I have 2 3-drops, so even if they have an answer for one of them, the second one's going to resolve. I guess the only thing that would make this hand better is if this Nitrous was a Primal instead, so that I can go Primal into Ramsey/Kernon. But I mean, I can't complain too much. Like, this hand's really good. Oh, well, what do you know? That's funny. Okay, so do I go Primal first then? Because I already mentioned last game that you want to go Primal first. I think the answer is yes. Did I check their sideboard at all? I did, and they don't have any additional ways of blowing up Primal Resurgence. Okay, cool. I just go Primal on 1 instead then. And they blink me for 1. Let's see if they keep up counter spells. They will. Okay, so there's actually a way for me to make this work out quite well for me, which is to go Ramsey into Nitrous Renewer. And then the turn afterwards, I guess I go either Scatter or Kernon. Do I want Ramsey in play over the other options? I think this turn I could jam Scatter, get countered, and then do nothing else, and then have the line up for next turn, but I think I just want to actually do stuff this turn, and if I want to do that, then going Ramsey is better for me. Yeah. Alright, let's see if this gets countered. They let it happen. Cool. They're saving their counter spells for my actually important cards, which is a good idea, but unfortunately for them, I have a lot of important cards. So Nitrous again, they let it happen, and then I have a lot of mana going to next turn. I mean, they could bounce my things. They just held the counter spell. Or maybe they don't actually have a counter spell and they're just bluffing here. Okay, Scatter? Are they I need to play around that? Well, in that case, I should just jam Scatter, right? Yeah, okay, I drew a land, so Nitrous Renewer ended up being positive mana this turn. So this could fetch Lumbering Hillock. I think I do want to do that because I have nothing else to do with my mana this turn, so might as well fetch a man land. I will attack first though because I don't want Palace Scatter to also get value trading off with my 1/1s. Yeah. Okay, plink them for 1, and then play Palace Scatter and see if they do anything. They let it happen. Cool. Do they just not have anything? Do I dump Nitrous Junior? Do they have non-targeted discard? No, they do not, so there's no reason for me to keep cards in hand. Except for bluffing purposes, but I have nothing to bluff here. Like, I could just lay my entire hand on the table here, and it wouldn't make a difference. Oh, I could cast Kern on, and it's probably not worth it. Yeah, I'm just going to jam Nitrous. Yeah, also this thing's a 4/4 right now. Yeah, so looking pretty good for me so far. What do they have? Yeah, Palace Scatter. That's a pretty wimpy Palace Scatter. Or, I mean, wimpy, yeah, Palace Scatter for no value. They can't swing with both because then that turns off Split Stream, so they're probably just going to swing with Palace Shatter. They're going to play a land first, but currently my board's looking pretty good. I can't actually protect Kernon very well, so maybe if I play Kernon next turn, I'm probably just going to minus it right away. Although I don't really have anything super good to fetch. Oh, they have a ninja. Oh, Miralai. That is certainly one of the better ninjas they could have. So yeah, same damage. They could -2 to, okay, they are just going to -2. So top 5 cards. And they get a Bessie's Brood. Yeah, that's really good for them. I mean, they could grab Sackbow, but probably just going to grab Bessie's Brood or Pale Scatter, which blows up one of my guys, and then takes Miralai for next turn. But they are tapped out, so unless they decide to use their Sunrise Lance to hold up Cursory Glance. Actually, no, if they do that, I'm just going to fetch Lumbering Hillock and then swing. I don't need to cast spells right now. Yeah, they take Bessie's Brood. And is it just exile the rest? Yeah, okay, sure. And they eat one of my Antelopes. Okay, fetch Lumbering Hillock. And they're going to untap one thing. Pressing. So they're probably holding up Antis's Accomplice, in which case, how do I kill Miralai? Can I kill Miralai? Well, I mean, I can Kernon. What does Kernon get me? I can Kernon -2, grab a Bessie's Brood, kill their Bone Tooth starter, and then swing with these two guys. Or, I mean, I could Kernon and I can Kernon for, I don't have Sackbow anymore, so that's out of the question. Okay, so what am I Kernoning for? What Kernon targets do I have? It's just like extra Bessie's Broods. I mean, I guess Bessie's Brood is a good answer to Bessie's Brood. Like, if I blow those two guys up, or I kill their Bone Tooth starter, I leave something on board. I can go Primal onto Lush Oasis to get me, so that gets me a free Primal this turn. That makes Spell Scatter big enough to where it doesn't trade with anything. Then I need to get one extra attacker somehow. Or no, I turn on minus on the Nitrous, grab Bessie's Brood, blow up Bone Tooth starter, and then swing with two guys. That still doesn't swing with enough guys to kill Miralai. I guess Miralai's probably just sticking for a turn, which isn't something I want to happen. Hey, does Kernon have any other targets? Let me just double check. I didn't bring in any of the silent silences, right? So I can't turn off Miralai by naming it. So I'm like, I just need to deal with the board by playing to the board. I mean, I always start with Primal Resurgence here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's enough for Kernon plus Lumbering Hillock. So I go Kernon first, minus, and then animate Lumbering Hillock and swing. Do I Kernon -3? Do I always Kernon for? I mean, wait, Miralai's not going to Miralai isn't guaranteed to connect anymore after this. I could just Kernon plus, although that's kind of iffy because this Kernon will get hit down and then it's not going to do anything useful anymore. I think, but yeah, I think this turn I just want to get things traded away, so I'm going to go Primal Resurgence first, so that happens. I can't. Okay, well, it's really awkward how the mana works out here, but I do need to play out Kernon first in order to also animate Lumbering Hillock this turn, right? Yeah, I do want to do Kernon post combat though, because that at least forces my opponent to like make their trades ahead of time. Or I mean, I could just yeah, I'll just put my hand on the table first. Actually, I could Kernon plus here and then not have to sack the aura. So then what? I'm swinging with all these guys. They flash an Antithesis to block. Oh, block. They have Bessie's Brood plus Miralai swing next turn. Is that fine? Okay, they could have that or the Bone Tooth Starter Antithesis swing next turn. Which is not okay. I think I'm just going to like go for a play that forces my opponent to Brood. I'm going to get Brood, kill Brood, and then that like forces some pretty annoying blocks for my opponent. Yeah, like I'm still quite far ahead right now. And then do this. Oh, this actually shrinks Pale Scatter by a bit more, but that's still fine. Right, it's still a 4/4, yeah. Alright, so this, I think this actually, or, no wait, I don't actually need to, yeah, I can just do this now. Okay. But yeah, I don't think they have a way to get 1 extra toughness here, or get more than 2 toughness here, so like this Trampley 4/4 will kill Miralai. They're going to chump. Cool, so I think I'm really far ahead now. Yeah, they get Ancestors into play, but like I don't care because I just killed their Miralai and I still have a board. And if nothing else happens next turn, I guess I just swing with Lumbering Hillock again. They have a 5-drop. Oh, well, that's fine actually. They have a 4-drop. They play a tap land. They play Bone Tooth Starter, draw a card, but that doesn't matter. Did they just not draw ninjas this game either? That's funny. Or they didn't draw any of their cheap ninjas. Alright, let's see what they do here. They untap 2 lands. That could be a counter spell, that could be an Anapraxia's. I don't care about Anapraxia's right now. Oh, well, that's really convenient. So just double checking what my opponent could be holding. It's either counter spell. No, it literally is just counter spell that they could be holding right now. Well, I don't want Bessie's View to run into a counter spell. Or it could be Crest, actually, right? It could be Crest, in which case, I still want to be doing stuff post-combat, I guess. Okay, so like, how do I play around Crest here? Crest is, I don't want the Bessie's Brood into a Crest because that also blows up Persecutor. Or I could just swing and then attack Nitrous, or swing, exile Nitrous, get back one of my lands. I mean, that's a really slow turn though, and they could go off next turn. So like the easy play here is animate Lumbering Hillock, swing, but does that even lose that bad to Crest? But so if they have Crest, I swing, they press the Blossom, then then what? I just replay it afterwards, or they Crest the Blossom. They can't even kill Pale Scatter very easily. Okay, what about Flash Guys? With 2 mana Flash Guys? No, all their Flash Guys are 1 mana. Yeah, so it's either Counter Spell or Crest. So, and I think well, is Exiling Nitrous Renewer good enough a play where I'm willing to take the chance that I'm exactly playing around counter spells right now? They can also have Anapraxias. Oh, this loses Anapraxias. Screw it. Let's just play around the most obvious choice, which is counter spells. If they have Crest right now, they super punish me. They don't, it seems like. Okay, well, looks like I made the right play then. Or I guessed the right play. Made the right prediction? Yeah, make the right prediction. And they pass again. Do I just swing again next turn? Oh, wait for a shrine. Okay, I can do everything I want to do now. Yeah, I swing first. Just in case. This is a force jump, right? I could swing with these 2 guys, and that forces a Crest from them. Yeah, sure, let's swing with these 2 guys. That forces a Powder Scatter out of them. So they could do some trading here. I don't really mind if they do, because then I get to kill Persecutor afterwards. Or no, they can get rid of Pale Scatter or Lumbering Hillock. Sure. So they take 5, all their guys die, play Wayfarer Shrine, and wait, they could be holding a last card counterspell. Do I need to kill Persecutor? Okay, so like if they're holding a counterspell, does it change anything if I just Bessie's Brood here? I don't think does it change anything? If they have a counterspell, they could come back. Okay, so if they have a counterspell, then they have less threats. I think I'm in such a good spot that I don't need whatever. I don't think I need to play the counterspell, or I don't think I need to play the Bessie's Brood. Let's just let them have it. Have Persecutor for another turn. Like Bessie's Brood might be able to clear away for an attack later on. They could have Anapraxias actually. That would be something I need to be worried about. Okay, so actually, there is something I can do here. So I Nitrous on Lumbering Hillock, then I swing. Basically, it forces them to, because I have basically nothing else to do with my mana anyways. So basically, if they want to Anapraxias away my Lumbering Hillock, they have to do it now. Yeah, let's do that. They let it happen. Sure. Alright, so Bessie's Brood or not the Bessie's Brood? I think the answer is no, because I think I do need to kill. Yeah, I do need to do it now because I need Persecutor out of the way. Like counters, it gets countered. I swing. If they're forced to block, they do Anapraxias. They bump in Anapraxias afterwards. I mean, they're forced Anapraxias on the same turn. I think this actually works out for me. Okay, let's see if they have it. They do. Oh, yeah, that was not. I did not consider that a possibility. Okay, so now I'm actually in trouble. Yeah, if their counterspell was agent, then that was it. Well, maybe they're not holding NL Praxis then. Now let's swing with Pale Scouter. Oh, let's see what happens here. Okay, they just chump. Sure. All right. Are they flash an Antithesis Accomplice? Okay. Yeah, so I should have attacked first because then they would be forced to flash out Antithesis to chump, or I should have Betsy's brooded first because I could have played through agent. Okay, that was that play was bad in both ways. I mean, I still have Lumbering Hillock around, so I exiled the thing properly. Okay, I didn't exile the thing properly. I still have Lumbering Hillock, so that's still a big problem for them. So I mean that I still have that going for me, but I am starting to run out of resources. Yeah, that's oh, did they? I see. Yep, they. My opponent just got my opponent got suboptimal draws. If they had Augury anywhere near the opening hand or anywhere near the first few turns, I definitely would have been in a much worse spot because it would have been able to snag my things with Augury, and I couldn't have that insane curve out. And then I could still have won, but I would have to play much tighter because I'm pretty sure I kind of played sloppily at the end there in the second game, but still didn't get punished for it. But yeah, game one, opponent did actually have Crest in hand, but even if they had Crest, I should have primaled first because if primal gets bounced, that's actually completely fine. It's literally 1 mana. I don't care if it gets bounced or not. Like yeah, with this hand, if I went primal on ones, then next turn I could have gone. So I would have had 3 mana this turn. So then I just go. I tried to jam Ramsey. I just if I had 3 mana, I would have tried to jam Ramsey and then Nitrous or just play out Nitrous for fun because bodies on board are good in my deck. And then basically like then the entire early game I would have 1 extra mana, which would have made it a lot easier. Which means like my opponent getting bad draws. Like I would be a much better spot even if my opponent didn't get such horrible draws. But did I? Oh, oops. Okay, and in game 2, I think there were a few points where actually I don't think there was too many points where I could have point. No, there were like there. So really bad play at the end there. They were holding counterspell. Were they holding counterspell when I was thinking super hard? Or was like doing Betsy's Brood, thinking about Betsy's Brood. But yeah, so they didn't have Cursory Glance, so they were holding just Agent of Deception. And on this turn, what I played this correctly, right? I animated my things in Swan to force Pale Scatter for no value, or Pale Scatter for no value, and then the turn afterwards. Okay, so then I was thinking super hard about Nitrous, thinking super hard about Betsy's Brood because I was trying to play around Anapraxis Endeavor. My opponent wasn't holding Anapraxias. I mean, like the Nitrous getting back Lumbering Hillock and then swinging with Pale Scatter could have actually just been correct there. Or if I made that play, then yeah, then my opponent would be forced to flash out Agent Deception for no value to chump. But yeah, now they actually got full value from Agent, which I could have prevented from happening. And then was there another game or another point where this could? Okay, so I guess this was a pretty tough turn for me. Although in hindsight, like it shouldn't have been such a hard turn for me if I just remembered that if I killed the Betsy's Brood, then the Trampley Lumber Hillock always kills Miralai through the 2/1/1s. Yeah, but like I think I definitely spent way too much time thinking on this turn when I really did not need to. But yeah, so that means I'm making it to the finals this GP. So hopefully, I mean, both opponents on the other bracket are not favorable matchups. But like I also said that my matchup against Zangy wasn't a favorable matchup, and look how it turned out. So maybe the trick here is to just get better draws than expect and worse draws. Or the trick here is to get good draws and for the opponent to get suboptimal draws. I think I will have a better chance in the finals if Pipsqueak wins. Right, I still have a better matchup against Pip's deck than Asty's deck because at least Pip's deck is slow enough where they could get a bad draw and I get a nut draw and end up beating them before they can set up their combo. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see.